Here, and today we're back with gaming videos. So I've been wanting to get back into streaming gaming videos for a while now. It's just with the state of the world and with me going to uni now, I haven't really found the time or motivation to do these videos. But since I have been picking up the content on my YouTube channel, I figured why not pick up the stuff on my Twitch channel again too. So I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes to let some people join in, but this is actually my first time trying to stream a PlayStation game. I've got it connected with the PS Remote Play on my computer, so hopefully the compression and all that isn't too bad between streaming it to my PC and streaming from my PC to you guys. But yeah, hopefully that everything goes well. So yeah, we're gonna let this go until it hits 3 minutes, and then we're going to switch over to the game. Now, I wasn't someone who pre-ordered this game. I pre-ordered it. I wasn't someone who got early access to it. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I've had it for 3 days now, and I've been enjoying playing it these past few days, but it did take me a little to get into the combat of this game because it's different from Odyssey, and also I was very much using 2 axes, which isn't easy to maintain as the game progresses, unless you actually go into all the melee skills. But yeah, I think I'm able to get 2 game saves on this, but if I can't, then well, I'll just have to override my current game save, which be a little disappointing, but not end of the world. Okay, let's switch over and let's select a new game. Okay, so exploration. I don't want adventurer because that's way too easy. Basically, your entire HUD compass gets overloaded with all the icons. Pathfinder is more realistic, but for the sake of doing a streaming game, I'm going with default exploration because then you can actually just see where things are in the HUD. Gold, no. I reckon either Vikinger or Berserker. The players that want a solid but fair combat challenge, the Berserker setting is you. A balanced combat experience for those who wish to immerse themselves in the Viking ethos. I think we'll start with Vikinger, and if the game gets too easy, we'll move it up to Berserker and then possibly Drenga. Also, I'm going to be mispronouncing a lot of words in this. And we'll go default for Assassins too, because Master Assassin, you basically have no leniency whatsoever, and stealth is sort of useful in this game, so you sort of want to be able to actually do it.
Silence. you children of gods, and
Rude.
heed my tale of time's beginning.
I missed this the first time I
All was
was playing
dark.
because
There
I
was
didn't
no
have
sand.
subtitles on. I forgot
There
to put
was
that
no
on.
sea, no earth, nor sky, no grass, nor wind. Till fire met ice in the gasping void. And from this screen came the giant Ymir, first of all beings. Proud Ymir, cruelly killed, yet from whose bones and blood and brains the world was made. The world you walk and war upon.
There we go.
There you are.
So, I don't actually know much about Nordic mythology. Like, I know the Tales of Ragnarok. I know, what happened with Balder, how he was meant to be immortal except for mistletoe. I know minor things like that, but as for how the Nords believe that the world was created and all that, I don't know that.
Eivor, here's a tune for you. Want to liven your step?
I mean, I also know Idrisil and the Nine Worlds. I know of Warmonger, the World Snake, but I don't really know anything. Alright,
There you are, my little dringer.
I can't move sideways most of this.
Go. So, you see our king? Yes, good. Come, Eivor. Did you find the ring? Yes. Now for our little plan. You see us talking. Be quiet as a wood mouse. And then surprise him with our gift. You hold it out, like this. You look him in the eyes and you say, Styrbjörn King, may our clans be forever bonded in friendship and in love. I think you can do that for me. Good. Tonight, you will be the cord that unite our people. I'm so proud of you, Eivor. Get up, Olaf. Stay lucid, friend.
My sword is grown greedy.
See, I don't know
I'm ready
what
to
the
fight.
So
importance
nice
of
having all of these hearty folk.
armbands was in what armbands were in Nord mythology, well, Viking times. Also, I'm pretty sure he was modeled off of that the actor who played Scourge the Executioner in Thor Ragnarok, and
Oh, no drink in your
The-
fist? Come on, I'll find you
I
something.
can't.
Super
I have
Hunter
accepted for your
in
father.
The Boys.
Oh, what
I
a
forget what his
piece.
name was.
That must be worth 2 sturdy long ships. Give it here. I'll pass it on.
My father asked me, Sigurd.
Suit yourself. But you're not getting any mead.
Like a satyr works through
He
my
was what?
hammer.
6 or 7, maybe 8 in this. Truly Viking times if they're giving her meat. I say her because that's what Ava was when I was playing my other game. Yes, I had to play by just holding a wooden ball and tossing it to myself.
So, you have the ring? Good. This was worn by your grandfather in a battle on the Northern Way.
Mother,
Yes,
can we show Sigurd the canstones he stacked yesterday?
that's a good idea. We'll do that in the morning. First light.
Okay, so it's like a family trinket being passed on.
Now go. You have a gift to deliver.
Eivor, wait.
Skål! To Sturgeon! The true king of Bruggerfolga!
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce
We're
that.
all made anew! Skål!
Eivor.
King, may our clans be forever bonded in friendship and love.
Thank you, Eivor. Now and forever, I am pledged to you.
Hearken well in Hall of Kings. On ocean steed my words gain wings. Odin's mead I forth will bring. For noble deeds thine honor sing. The brave men slain Valkyria waits. Rewards for strain to Valhalla takes, and horns resound the mighty hall.
Minor desync between the lips and the songs.
Ready yourself, men!
Go, Thruster. Go.
Not you, Ava. Not just yet.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like in Odyssey, you have the option to choose the gender of your character,
It is foretold.
though it's the same
curtains are
person with
raised.
two different
Nothing
genders.
is true until it is severed from the branches
And,
of Yggdrasil.
The name Eivor sounds like Ava, which is a female name, and the voice that they gave this kid sounded female. So I started off playing my other game thinking that Eivor was a female. But I didn't actually choose the female option. I do like the whole aesthetic of Nords.
Now stop! Please! Right.
I wish I could pull off that hairstyle.
All right, wait here.
Because right in there I'm going to burn. So.
Now it's my turn to offer you, dear slave. Accept your fate, die a coward here before your people, and I will spare the rest.
Fight, my love! Do not listen!
If I give my life, will you spare my clan?
You have my word.
No. No, Baron. No, Aaron! Pick up your axe!
The worst way for a Lord to die. See, he'd go to Valhalla. He wouldn't. Because he put down his weapon and gave up for death. Whereas she was charging and had weapon in hand when she died. Knowing what I know about the Nordic way of getting to Valhalla, I can understand why they say that Valley was a coward in the way he died. First time experiencing that, I was like,
I
what
have
the
seen two
fuck
different
was
data
happening?
streams overlapped in the same DNA. Not sure why.
Fix this or pull me out.
I can parse the streams with a filter. Hold on. Okay, we're good.
Are we?
I don't know what happened, but I can work around it. You'll have to pick a stream to keep things stable. There's a third option, too. I can let the Animus modulate your identity based on signal strength. It's up to you.
See, basically, that was a little weird. So, Ava, she was dying. She saw the halls of Valhalla closing their door on her, like basically saying it's not her time. And then there was a weird scream that caused a shockwave. Haven't gotten to that being explained yet in my other playthrough. And then Hunan and Munin attacked the wolf, and we find out that there's two strains of the same DNA. We have female, play the female Ava memory stream. You may choose another option at any time, so picking a gender here doesn't matter. See, with Alexios and Cassandra, you could choose one or the other, because that had major implications on what would happen with the other one. Yet here you can just choose male, female, might not gel well with the way one gender plays, so you can switch to the other mid-game. Or you can let the Animus choose. The Animus will represent the stronger female or male memory stream depending on its current strength. I have no idea what that means, so I selected this in my other gameplay. For the entire thing I was playing, I was only female Ava. I don't know what the requirement is for it to switch. Maybe it's specific missions it changes to male. But We're going all default settings, so let the animus
Alright, I'll lock
choose.
it in and push ahead to a time where these streams are more synchronized.
Because I know she says to when they're more synchronized, whether you choose female or male, you start at the exact same point as what the animus choose. So heal burrow.
How long have you been chasing me, Wolf-Kissed? 17 winters? 18? Do I now haunt your dreams? Do I warm your loins? You remember this? Ah, your father's axe. The weapon of a coward. A scorned snake. Ah, few things would please me more than to kill with this blade. But I know you would defy me to the death, fighting for a glorious end. That I will not allow. You will live your final days enthralled as a slave. Humiliated. Your death will be a lonely one. Kill the rest of our crew! Make them suffer! Abel Wolf-Kissed is no more! That name is dead to this world!
You will be worth your weight in silver. To the ship.
Something else I don't exactly understand is, why does Kjotve have such a following when the honor of the person's name
When I
was
take your eyes, you hear me?
everything that to the Vikings? Well, not everything, but important.
Wind's blowing from the south.
Yet
We can tack north, then cut west.
gave his word and then went back on it, so you'd think he wouldn't have much
Now,
honor.
what did I just tell you?
Kjotve will skin you alive. You will never leave this.
No feast for you, Sunan. My crew is in danger. You must be my eyes.
Not gonna lie, first time I was playing through
My
this,
crew
I
is in danger.
wanted to see if I
need to
could reach
reach
that
them.
guy and jumped in the boat. I died of fire. There are some questionable control choices that don't exactly gel well with the way I use my hands, if that makes sense, because the Odin side is a lot worse than what they were using in Odyssey. The Raven is a lot worse because you can't actually highlight enemies the same way, or highlight where treasures and that are. And Odin's sight doesn't give you the same range as what it was in the last one. I think what we're looking for now is something to replenish our health. I wasn't really paying attention when I first went through this. There it is.
Better. Better. Stronger.
I also wish some things were more blatantly said to you, not left up to chance that you'd get the right prompt in the loading screens. Because I didn't know how to parry. I ended up looking at combat tips because I just kept dying over and over again. And they said, you've got to parry because there's a stun mechanic in this game. And as they were demonstrating it, they got the prompt in their loading screen that said you hit the left one at the right time to decrease the stun bar on the opponent. There was also one for standing stones, which I'll explain when we actually find one, that I never got, but I've seen a couple other people trumped up when they were doing their playthroughs.
Save that for later.
Basically what I'm saying is if there's a game mechanic, it shouldn't be left up to chance that you may never actually get the prompt on how to activate it and have to look it up. That's basically what I'm saying. Also, I've been playing Skyrim again recently, so I keep trying to hold in the left bumper to run. Yet that's not the run button in this game. The run button in this game is holding in the left joystick or thumbstick. I do, however, like how well she climbs, because she definitely climbs a lot better than at least up until the Egypt game, because I'd have to play Odyssey again to compare it to Alexios and Cassandra, but compared to Baal, she is a lot
Lawlessness.
better.
Where that Oathbreaker is holding my crew.
Oh, see, I never actually noticed that you could see the collectibles that have been unlocked by using this eagle point while standing on the eagle point. But yeah, there's collectibles. These big yellow ones that can be seen in tier 2 and 3 of the map. They're the wealth that are in this bottom corner. It's not tracking my mouse, but they're the ones labeled wealth. This blue one up here, this is a mystery. Usually in my experience it's a quest or something, but there are other events that it could be, and there aren't any artifacts that are currently on the map. But if you zoom in to the closest one, so what I call tier 1 of the map, you see there are also smaller yellows, and these are just resource chests and that. Maybe they're like ingots or something, but yeah, they don't actually contribute to the wealth of an area. So I think I'm going to clear off the like the wealths in this area before doing the final quest, because doing the final quest, it takes you down over here instantly. So I'll do all the wealth and then we'll teleport over there.
One of Kjotve's men. I need to be careful. I should not be seen in this area.
I didn't need to do that because, well, it was one person. There are a few things that I'm going to progressively get annoyed at. And if I start yelling, I'm sorry. But, in my early playthrough, it had a bad habit of jumping off of things, like ledges and that are high enough to injure you when you hit the ground, without me actually pressing X or, circle. Yet, when I was actively mashing in that button, it wasn't jumping. Bless me. There's also, Kjotve's command. Rickables. Prepare the child of Varan for the slavers. You may use the others for your blood sacrifice. Okay, that's basically we're the child of Varan, so this game auto loots arrows. You walk up to arrows that are either on the ground or stuck in something, and it automatically tries to pick them up, even if you're full of arrows. And sometimes it trying to pick up arrows gets in the way of you trying to activate what you want, because if it can't automatically pick them up, it then becomes a button prompt at the same time that it's constantly automatically trying to pick them up. So you're trying to activate something with triangle and you're getting double messages saying your arrows are full, your arrows are full.
Show me.
The hell was that? See, with the bird from the last one, I forget what his name was. Remember, it would automatically highlight the people. Yet here, you have to actually hover over and press a marker, and it doesn't actually, there's a chance you've missed people, whereas Odin's sight is the thing that actually
around here.
highlight. Oh fuck, missed. Oh. There's a note here. Note to the outlawed. Do not steal from Kjotve and the wolves will leave us. Do not steal from Kjotve and the wolves will leave us be. The life and land of Raven Clan is ours for the taking. Okay, so guessing the wolves was Kjotve's clan, much like we're the ravens. Which, in terms of Norse mythology, which would you prefer? A raven, which is a symbol of the Allfather, or the wolf, which is a child of Loki. Yeah, that was meant to go a lot further. Forgot about that. Nope, he died. What I was trying to do was, try and drop them both in the water, but it hit the flagpole. Okay, so the one I've got marked is underneath. Okay. There's also two over on there, so. Even though most of what I've been saying about this game can be seen as complaining, I do like the game. Partially because I do wish I was more well versed in Nordic mythology, and I do like the aesthetic of Vikings. The intricate details of all their rune work and all that on their helmets and that. See, that's the orange side. That blinking orange, that's the small treasures. And the one that lingers for even longer is the large treasure. I want you to jump in the water. As I got in here again, I think I needed to... Ah yeah, I did. I needed to swim inside the boat like that. They've also added the gameplay mechanic where if you're in the waters of Norway for too long, you actually take damage, which makes sense because you're in freezing water. Can't be good for you. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is where you learn about this. The breakable links. I wasn't close enough to activate the prompt when I was first doing this. I came up over here and was very confused about how to get up there till I took a couple steps closer. Radio then. So this is what the big loot chests look like, and 9% of the time that I've found they have only ingots, yet there are ones that have gear pieces and special abilities, though they're rarer to find. Okay, so what do we still have left of this? We've got to go to Arvidsness. Now, getting close enough, getting too close to that location, it sort of walks you over towards where the quest marker is, so we'll just activate that before trying to loot everything.
Attack on sight here.
Oh, I missed the break. Let's see. Do I have access to my horse yet? No. Understandable. Let's see. Oh, right. I can't use my Odin sense while running. I keep forgetting that's pitch mode. Did I even actually loot that thing? Ah, yes. Where'd the buck go? Oh, it's right there. Oh, that was a deer horn. I never found a single one of those in my other playthrough, so off to a different start already. I didn't get too far into the second area with my playthrough. Yes, see?
Clash of Iron.
I can't actually move sideways. Well, move the camera around so it sort of guides you towards just by getting too close.
Dag, you old hound. You live.
I do. Slipped away in the sword clash. And what of you?
Kjotve tried to sell me off. A mistake he'll regret.
Not today, he won't. I saw him board a ship at
I really
Davos
don't
not
like
long
this
ago.
guy.
Sailed east,
He's a
leaving our
dick.
crew behind.
There must still be time to save our men. I will find them. You ready the longship.
You glory hound? You would take the rescue for yourself, so the victory song is written about you.
I can storm the
Honestly,
beach
yes.
then. Slay 24 men, seize our dragon boat, and hoist the sail in triumph. Up to you.
No, I will take the beach. A far more dangerous path. You search the longhouse for our crew. Oh, and here. This corpse will not have need of it.
Go. I'll meet you by the ship.
I do like the fact that she has the quiver on her hip. It's more realistic if you think about it than games where it's on the back. Sorry. Okay, let's put that shield in our left hand. That's gonna be handy. And we're not gonna upgrade anything just yet because we sort of want to upgrade this first, and it takes a bit of resources. So let's see, quest with normal quest log. I'm not going to go into codex just yet because, well, that's one that we have to keep going into as we unlock new things. Oops. Oh, that didn't look like it would kill him.
Kjotve's warriors crawl through Aval's nest like lice. If I use the main gate, I may attract attention.
I also will have a bad habit of just spamming the Odin site
Longhouse. My crew should be inside.
just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Even though things like that don't actually appear. Is that a pig? I think I just heard a pig. Apparently not. Now, it'd be quicker to take these out without stealth because we don't have.
Pressure on who gets the kill? Your master! Remember practice.
What I just did there with the prompt for the right thumbstick, that was a stun attack. Did they break my shield?
Outstayed your welcome.
Because she's still holding her arm like she's got a shield. Yeah, I think that damaged me, so... They must have broken my shield. Well, the shield's not rendering? Okay, that's weird. Ah, yes, this is the first example of this.
Must be blocked from the other side.
Bar doors, you've got to find another way into these buildings, which happens to be this open window. And you can melee the locks or shoot them with a bow to actually open them. And the ingot. Those will become useful later on.
There should be an opening in the roof.
She's talking about the longhouse, by the way, not the door with the house with the barred doors. The blue circles are our allies, the red outlines are the enemy. I'm honestly surprised he didn't hear me. Anyone else? No? Okay. This is the opening she was talking about.
You squirm like that, and my axe will miss your neck. Unpleasant for both of us.
If I'm to die, I want to make a mess of it, Buckraut.
No. I can't snipe him from up here because, well, reasons. There it is. I was trying to activate this cutscene, but it wasn't registering. I was close enough.
You coward! Unbind me and stick an axe in my hand!
I owe you nothing, raven shit. Yours is a clan of thralls and peasants.
You! Lay that axe aside or die by mine.
You should be on a slave ship to Ireland, Wolf-Kissed. But if you wish to be my first sacrifice, Odin will be more than happy to receive you.
You just killed yourself, Erky.
I'll split you! I will sell you to Hell herself!
This is teaching you some of the
Spare your life.
Shut your hole and fight!
combat mechanics, and also teaching you about
You
boss
sack of
stuff.
shit!
Though unlike some of the enemies, you come up... Oops, missed that dodge. those glowing yellow parts, they're weak points, and if you hit them, you can actually stun the opponent. If you hit all of the weak points, but I've never been one to add bow into melee combat because it takes me a long time to line up a shot with the bow properly, and it's just not feasible for me to aim for the weak points.
Father, you should have held on to this until the bitter end.
Because then you'd likely be in Valhalla, not
If I give my life, will you spare my clan?
Bennett, no! Pick up your axe!
Kill them all!
No!
See, this doesn't get explained till a little later in the game.
Eivor, are you bewitched?
There we go.
Unbind us.
What? Oh. Yes, of course.
Some of the transitional scenes take a little longer with streaming it from PlayStation to computer. There's still one more treasure on this island, okay. Let's see, inventory, let's put on our new outfit. Braces and greaves. And axe. It's a little slower, but does considerable more damage and more stun. Though it's also got a higher weight, so uses a little more stamina if we miss a shot.
Many thanks, friend. Even if your wits were somewhat rattled.
And
Listen
it's
here.
out through.
If you can breathe, you can fight. Now come. We take back our ship.
You do not need to tell us twice.
I don't think I ever saw Braggy fight, or however you say it. The enemies are back, okay. I want to see if blocking does stun, because it still doesn't look like... See, it doesn't look like I have my shield, yet it says I do.
Slow this thing down!
I do that to highlight the enemies, because it does get confusing. Oh, we headed that guy. all of them. Any more red? No? Okay. The final treasure's in this building. Yeah. Okay. There is one more red. Do we have a... No. We have enough leather, but... Right in the middle of the fight. Yeah, I deserve that. I didn't see the flash of yellow.
Already dead.
Now full up. I forgot to mention that the rations are basically a second health bar. Because you can hit the left D-pad and okay, don't know why that took so long to climb, but
Grab your oars! The whale road leads us home!
Gods, it's about time.
Stop yapping and start rowing.
But yeah, you can hit the right D-pad button and it
Sail!
will
Catch the
heal
wind!
you for however much rations you have. Oops, that's a hold in for.
Rather silent, Eivor. Anything to say for the mess you led us to?
We suffered no losses in this fight, and the men who humiliated us are dead. What is there to say?
I call that an
something
absolute
like,
win.
I was stupid, selfish, reckless, blind, bone-headed, and I smell like blood and shit.
I like my version better.
I like her version better
Eivor,
as well.
look! Someone is setting up an outpost on that island.
Kjotve's men, gnawing at any piece of open land like dogs worrying a bone.
Even with you half in the grave, we could easily take them.
This is the part of this I do like the most. Because you can... It takes the floors from Odyssey and allows you to use it on any major settlement, making combat a lot easier. Well, combat in large places a lot easier because you can just call your crew and have them help you through the battle, taking some of the heat off of you. I don't have my I mean, if I'm not going to be able to use my shield... Yeah, if you're dual wielding the same kind of weapon, so I've got two axes here, holding in the left bumper, it lets you use a specific combo, which for axes is just a flurry of strikes that uses your stamina and keeps going until your stamina is drained. It's a lot of fun. See, it's the dinging sound I don't get when I use the Odin Sense, because to me that means it should be highlighting something. Ah, yes. Bone Biter. I will not be using that. It's a heavy axe, so it's a dual wield weapon, but it's very slow. Okay, so oh. Yep, time to head back to the ship. I rarely ever actually sail the boat myself in this game because I just send it to the quest location or my map marker.
Jotva will come for us now, harder and stronger than before.
Let's put the
No
cinematic
surprise
camera
there.
back on.
This war has spun on for 3 generations. I hardly expect him to relent.
Your hatred for that man burns bright, wolf-kissed. I could warm my balls on it.
Would you not prefer a pair of sealskin breeches?
Just take care, Eivor. Such hatred can make you careless. What he did to your father, he did to all of us. You are not in this fight alone.
Yeah, I miss that dialogue as well.
King Styrbjorn will scold you for setting out against his wishes.
Of course you will.
Is that not something you worry over?
I worry only that I
There's treasure over here. It looks like there should be treasure over here.
If Sigurd were here, he would be sitting beside you, white.
It's down in the ship, okay.
Too cold. My blood freezes.
Let's see, in here, break that, and loot. I stayed too long in the water. Started getting hypothermia.
If Sigurd were here, he would be
We've still got a little bit of ways to go, so...
wiping the blood from his axe and smiling into the breeze.
And
Run up the stairs!
just... I figured, since we're passing a shipwreck, might as well check if there's any treasure or something. And there was. I don't know if I got that or not last time. We are right
What
at
will you
home.
tell our king about this misadventure?
Only the truth. We attacked Kjotve's fortress, killed his men, and weakened his control of this land.
Will you mention the part where you lost your crew and were nearly sold as a thrall? Will that be part of your saga?
If there's a skull who dares sing that verse, it'll be his last song.
Yeah, you don't sort of put your failures into a song about your victories.
Reef sail! What are you doing? Dock the ship here!
Well, well. We thought we had lost you, Eivor. For good this time.
A warm welcome as always, Ranvi.
You look like reddened shit. What happened?
Nothing to crow about, except to say the men who delayed us are dead.
Well enough.
How are you?
Though I have spent many tiresome days calming the rages of our king, he is not happy with you.
I expected as much.
A little bit of
And what of
decent there.
Sigurd? Has he returned from his raids?
My husband should be home today. The last we heard, he was approaching Stavanger.
Good to hear. We have need of his courage.
Sigurd will not save you from his father's wrath, Eivor. You should know that by now.
Did your raid not go as planned?
They rarely go as planned.
A little
We
bit.
killed many of Kjotve's warriors. And there was this. My father's axe among the dead.
Ah, after so many years. You should take it to Gunnar. He will give it back its edge.
A good idea. After I see our king.
That I do not advise. Not yet. He is meeting with a messenger from the north.
I can wait.
Let's not interrupt a diplomatic meeting.
A cloud hangs over you. Is something wrong?
Seeing my father's axe after 17 winters. It stirred something in me. A feeling I have not had since the day he was killed. Since the day I got this.
Memories of past agonies. Of sadness and pain.
I should speak with Volka. She could help me make sense of my feelings.
Take your time getting settled. I will see you at the Longhouse.
I think you have lost your edge, Eivor, just like that axe. Maybe Gunnar can help you with both.
I will let you know.
Eivor, looking rough you are. Welcome
Hey, I
home.
leveled up. Twice? I leveled up twice. Cool. And here we have the stat tree. Skill tree, sorry. Stats are in a different part. Okay, so down here we have the Way of the Raven. It's range and sneak. So you've got stealth, you've got minor melee boosts, you've got evasion, backstab, so dodge and attack from behind, range. Up here you've got the close range melee, so heavy damage, heavy armor, heavy weapons, which is the Way of the Bear. I think that's one of these. It's this one, yeah. Yeah. So this is actually, I'm going to go up to get this one at least, because that's just really fun and powerful. And down here you have sort of the mid tier, so melee and ranged, not as stealth heavy as Raven, but not as heavy damage as the bear, so more of a rogue's build, I guess. And you've got there's no real specialties. Yeah, but first off we're going to get Stomp. Then we're going to probably go down to Raven, get a couple of the thingos, because these three are not all there is. We get 2 skill points per level, so you hope there's a lot of skills to unlock, and there are. Each of these lines going off, they unlock a new constellation, and I think there's 16, maybe 18 constellations, maybe more. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways, and the most preferable ones for me are the ones under the Raven. And considering we have the Raven set of armor, we can get 4 well, currently 4 boosts for each of these listed. Yay, my shield's back. Cool. There's someone to talk to. Okay.
Good, Mundur. It appears your ship is like one of Holger's stories. Never quite finished.
Give me some decent wood and I can finish it in a week. But Styrbjorn won't gift me any.
There was a little plunder at Avaldsnes, but if I come across any, it'll be yours.
See, these little things that...
Did you bring us any treasure?
I returned with a boat and a full crew. That is worth more than silver.
That doesn't count. You need silver. And jewels. Shut up, Rolf. How do you know? You never went on a raid. You shut up.
The little quest this guy gave to give him wood. Yeah, that's not an actual quest, it's just a passing conversation.
Your Ira is growing fast.
Fast, but not big. A little rapid, that one.
Small and quick beats big and slow. I'll start taking her on raids soon.
Would you please? It would give me a break.
Yes, take my kid on this extremely dangerous mission, just so I can get a break away from her. Let's see. There's no one coming up as... Hey, I can summon my mount now. Cool. You're the... No? You're the stable hand. Alright, you're the shopkeep. You're the shopkeep, okay.
This is available for purchase.
Anything else? Need?
I'll see you later, friend.
It's 1 iron, 1 silver per iron. I have 61, so I need 39, okay. I'm willing to spend that.
Hi. I have those if you want them.
$39, let's buy that.
A solid purchase. I can fetch them. That all you need?
Yeah, that's all I need
I must
for now.
take my leave. So long.
Let's, you really need to upgrade this as quickly as possible. At least until you get to the 3rd level. Now that's 300 iron, so that's going to take a long time. So while you're trying to make it up to there, you're going to want to upgrade some things in your inventory. Just not so much that it would be counterintuitive, I guess. Let's see, another person to talk to over here.
Is there no one who will go around with me?
All right, Tekla. I'll outdrink you.
This
Hey,
is a
Tekla,
drinking challenge.
What is brewing?
There's one in most cities that I found.
You can handle a few rounds?
It's a quick time event, I guess. You could say. Well, it's a timing game. You've got to hit it while it's hit X while it's in a circle. The higher the combo you have, the quicker the circle goes in, but the more you drink. If you mistime it, then you choke on your drink and it stalls you a little. I disagree with that one, but okay. And yeah, once you get a little intoxicated, you start staggering, which throws you off and Like just chug a bit slower. Okay, that was me pressing way too early. Not gonna win this. Disagree with that. It throws me off every time. Oh, well, she died.
I could outstring every one of you.
And then you have to deal with
Don't
this for a
feel
little.
bad. Most of these backgrounds would have pissed themselves off past by now. Is there no one who will go around with me?
Let's try that again, because talking to someone
Hey,
instantly
Tekla.
clears the
What is brewing?
Alvis tells...
intoxication. Let's see if I can actually do this properly. I think it's because of the very minor latency between the streaming to my computer that I think, oh, it's in the circle, but because it's moving so quickly, I need to react a fraction of a second earlier.
You can match horns with me?
Oh, I was going so well. That one stagger took me behind her. Yeah, I just won that.
Mead is my lifeblood.
That was well drunk. Well done. Well drunk done.
The events in Thornburg, they're just to they're to teach you how to do things. Like
This land will never
it teaches you the drinking challenge. It teaches you. Who are you? Oh, this is my favorite of the challenges.
Well, look who it is.
Practicing your wordplay, Alvis.
This is a
Eivor.
flighting. Basically,
The only mouth in Midgard from which I fear
rap battle,
mockery.
but
You taught
without
me the art of writing poetry, old friend.
like,
It
speed
is only
of a rap
natural that I
battle.
surpass you soon.
How about another lesson then? A quick flight. Right here, right now. What do you say?
Let's try flighting.
I always put a few coins down as a wager. Most of those who enjoy flighting have an equal fondness for betting. But today, we'll abstain. Let me begin.
I'm ready.
Yeah, normally
In
you
flighting, it's key to match cadence and rhyme.
have to bet
It's as
to
much
do
about
these.
sound as it is about time. So be careful in choosing the words that you say.
You've got to match the rhyme and the verse. I recall what you
I'll
taught Eerie.
recall what you taught
Here
ere
I
I
enter.
enter the fray.
A fine
See,
answer.
the middle one didn't
Perfect
rhyme,
and
and
a
this one
lovely
was
cadence to match my line. Now, let us
accurate
examine
in
meaning.
terms of syllable than the top one.
In flighting, you'll need to be cutting and keen. It's about wielding wit more than venting your spleen. If I tell you you're foolish and stupid and dull,
Then I'll spit in your face and I'll bash in your skull. Then I'll make a fine goblet out of your skull. Then I'll tell you you've nothing inside of your skull.
Then I tell you you've nothing inside of your skull.
a good response. I called you stupid and you turned it around. Flighting about wit, you matched my meaning. When you think of too many perfect retorts, use the one that best matches the meaning. Last one. So go then and conquer the world with your wit. Go be clever, be quick, show your spirit and grit. I look eagerly forward to seeing how you fare.
I will flight you with flourish and best you with flair. I look forward to becoming far more than you can bear.
I will flight you with flourish and best you with flair.
Perfect, yes! You could destroy me with such a line. Your flighting's astounding, you're worthy of praise. You swing a fine axe and you turn a good phrase.
Thank you, Elvis. I'll take the lesson to heart.
Oh yeah, you also up your charisma, which... It doesn't explicitly say that what doing the charisma stat does, but in terms where you have to pay to do a like dialogue option, so say you need to hire someone to do a job with you or something, then you can actually haggle the bet down a bit depending on your charisma level.
Is the king free to speak with me?
He is still with the emissary from the north. I would wait a while longer.
Understood. I'll come back.
Here's third and I'm pretty sure final game type called
Orlog.
Orlog.
I could do with a round.
Orlog, a game of skill. Orlog. How about a game?
Let's
I'd never
do this,
actually heard of this
Straight and to the
before
point. May
playing
the
it.
best hand win.
Tack för sidast. Gås att hitta tick. Rafit fundo.
Orlog is a game where two players duel by rolling dice and invoking God's favors. The first player to reduce the health of the opponent to 0 wins. These are the health bars, these pebbles. Each round has 3 phases. The roll phase, players roll their dice. Die faces have various effects and attacks, defense, or gain tokens used to invoke God favors. The arrow and the axe, their attack. The helmet and the shield, their defense. This is steal a token from the opponent. And the ones that have the dotted border, they give you tokens by playing those die. The God Favor phase. Players may make a token offering to invoke a God's favor. God favors grant powerful blessings that can greatly affect the outcome of a round or even the game. That's what these little play pieces are. Right now we have the one of Thor, which does damage depending on how many tokens you're willing to sacrifice. Though, if you don't have enough tokens, so say you need 8, with all your pieces on the board you have 8, but they go second and they take you down to 7. If you've chosen the favor, then the favor just won't go through because you don't have enough to pay for it. The faces of the die rolled by both players are resolved against each other, damage is dealt or blocked, tokens are gained or stolen, and rounds are played until one player reduces the health of the other to 0. I always go with heads, it's tails, like always. Roll phase. At the beginning of each round, you and your opponent take turns rolling the dice. You can roll up to 3 times. Between each roll, you can choose which die you want to keep and which you want to re-roll. He goes first. He didn't choose any, okay. Tokens are used as offerings to return. Yes, see, the axe is blocked by the helmet, the arrow is blocked by the shield. We'll take 1 arrow and 1 thief hand. Both of those give me tokens, so I have 3 in total after those are done. And we'll confirm for the next round.
This will do.
They also pull 2 tokens. Let's send an axe their way just in case they block the arrow in the next round. They didn't, but they did block the axe. Okay, so I'm hoping to get some defenses, but after you've rolled 3 times, it automatically... Okay, I blocked the 2 arrows. In this phase, the die effects are resolved in order. Earn 1 token for each dotted line thing. Axes and arrows are resolved and there are unblockable damage applied. Unblocked damage applied. The player who rolls first around is the one who attacks first. Each hand steals 1 token from the opponent. Okay, see he's got 5 tokens, whereas I have 3. He's going to take 2 of my 3, and I'm going to take them back. And now I roll first for this round. Let's go with arrow and shield. He's going helmet in hand, okay. Let's take the hand and another arrow. Yep, he's blocking one of my arrows as expected. Okay, so I've got 2 attacks on him. He's got 1 on me. God Favor phase. In the phase, you may choose a God Favor to invoke. God Favors are invoked in order of priority. When a God Favor is invoked, its token offering is given and its effect granted. Most God Favors are invoked after both players choose before the resolution phase, but some that specifically state it in the effect's description are after the resolution phase. Tip: if a player doesn't have enough tokens for the offering when the God Favor they choose is invoked, the effect is not granted. You can use this to your advantage against your opponent. We have one of such. Damage dealt to the opponent after the resolution phase. Althor Strike, depending on the amount of tokens we have, deals damage. So we've got 3. We've got 2 incoming here. We've got another one incoming here, so that's 6. We've then got 1 more coming in here and stealing 1. That's 8, yeah? However, before this token is done, well, this God Favor is used, they then take 2, meaning if I were to choose the 8 to deal 5 damage, it wouldn't go through. So we're going to skip this round. Oh, 7. See? A stack of 5 and 6 in the end.
Interesting.
Ooh. Let's see. Okay, I'll block the arrow and I'll take 1. He's going to... Yep. We'll do that and we'll send an axe at him. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll wait 1 more round. I do like the little animations that this minigame has. Okay, shield, arrow, and hand. Send another arrow. Can I can bring that back. Let's just do a help. What is your God Favor, by the way? Light is mine. Ooh, remove 2 helmets from the opponent, corresponding to the amount of tokens you're willing to sacrifice. Okay. Probably going to use that this round. Yeah, I've got to... Okay, we're going to send the 8 damage. Yep. This is gonna hurt.
This victory will be mine.
You are really good at this. Interesting.
Oh, you son of a bitch. And it's got enough to... Oh, fucking hell. Here's the thing, he doesn't have any defense, so I just need to send 2 attacks at him. Send attacks of different variety. He's purely DPSing this round. I'm dead. If he uses his... Regardless of whether he uses his god favor or not, I'm dead. And he's going to use it anyway, take me out of all the access. That's unfortunate.
Could have been anyone's game.
Are you going to walk away now with your head hung in defeat? Let us play again.
Set the board. We go again.
For the sake of completion, we're doing this until it... Oh hey, I actually won one for once. Because this does actually appear on the map. We'll send that, and... I'm not one to use only attack. Send a shield and we'll send an axe, okay. Yep, you've got a helmet, okay. Okay, so you get 2 damage, I get 2 damage. Neither of us get to steal.
Interesting.
Would have preferred to have had a shield to send across, but... Send another axe. I figured he was going to get 1 attack, so... Yeah, we definitely do not have enough. I tend to only go for the 8 damage, though it is beneficial sometimes to, if you just need that 1 more, 1 or 2 more to go for the early one. 1 defense and 1 attack. Not even the one with the token? Okay, that's weird. Send this arrow across. Okay, you block my arrow, I block your axe. Okay, so I've got 4 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8, meaning I can deal 5 damage, which would take out 1 row of his 6, but no. Oh, right, I forgot about that. So I'm going to take 4 damage. Rider's Might is a very difficult one to go up against, but there's one more annoying than that. It's Boulder's token. When we come up against it, I'll make comment on it, but let's send that and that. I wish I had some defense, but want at least a shield. Oh. Let's see, okay, I've got 2 going against him. I've got 8 there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 1. It's gonna leave him with 1 health again. But one v4 again, but this time I'm the one that goes first. Oh wait, no, that's 8 damage. I don't know why I thought I was doing the 5 one.
The gods favored your hand today. Shall we go again?
That was an idiot.
I've had enough of this.
Hey, cool, we got Rider's Might. You can have up to 3 of those token things per game, and you win them by going up against people who have them. So like, we won Rider's Might from him. We get Boulder's one
Not
from...
today. The fish aren't biting. Too many passing boats churning the water.
I lack the patience for
Another
pole
one in
fishing.
here.
I would have better luck with my bow.
Shooting fish with a bow. That could work. Hello, Eivor.
Hello. We can't see it on... There. That was the Orlog plot. And see how it now has a tick and is blurred out. Sadly, that doesn't happen with the drinking game as well, but... Let's go do this side quest. Call horse. It's much easier to hop on your horse and continue momentum in this one than it was in Odyssey. But it's also annoying because the call horse button is left on the D-pad, whereas in Odyssey it was down. Same with just generic whistle. You tap down in Odyssey, you tap left in this one. There's treasure in here, isn't there? Yes. I actually learned how to dismount the horse in this one. If you watch the episode I did on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I did not know how to get off the horse without doing the... Get the up there, will you, woman? Jump. See? Why are you not going up? You're meant to be able to... This is the way I got up there last time.
The god-cursed background has deserted again! Come back, or be branded a deserter!
No, I want the...
Do you want to be an outlaw? This is your last chance!
Oh, some black one here.
The god-cursed background has deserted again!
Where are you?
Come back, or be branded a deserter!
Why are you shouting?
Ivan has wandered off again. Every time he claims he got lost in the mountains. I have had enough. If I have to risk more men looking for him, he will be branded and outlawed.
Ivan. He is Gunnar's sister's son, if I have it right. Do not fire your irons yet. I'll have a look around.
Do you want to be an outlaw? This is your last chance!
See, I never saw that interaction in the last one. She wasn't shouting when I was here. My eyes are full yet. Have we unlocked any... Where's my... There. We do need to unlock that one just for the sake of being able to... No, for the sake of it, let's go open the Eagle Point. We're going to pass by this quest, but I think I know what this quest is. I mean, of course I know it in the sense that I've done it, but in terms of actually remembering
So
it.
Ivan is asleep on his watch. That would explain some things. Ivan! Wake up, or you'll be cast into the wild.
Must stay awake. They could be anywhere.
I don't know much about sleepwalking, but his eyes are open.
They are everywhere. If we die, everyone dies. Must not fall asleep.
Mate, you're
Need
already
to
asleep.
See them coming.
So, where we going?
Ivan, wake up! You're headed for the edge! Is he going to ride the rope slide?
Windy. Storm coming. What?
If you see these glowing rocks, you really do want to destroy them because that's iron ore.
Ivan! Ivan! Calm down. You are asleep.
No! I was flying through the air.
In your sleep. A harsh awakening, true. But at least you live. Have you always taken these dream walks?
Since my posting here. When I am in bed, I worry about ways we could be attacked. When I'm on watch, I cannot stay awake.
Only a fool stays awake all night worrying. You're tired when you get up, and the problem is still not solved.
You speak with the wisdom of Odin, Eivor. I will think on these words when I am in bed.
Consider them on your watch, and sleep when in your bed. But now, report back before you're labeled a deserter. Go.
I mean, that's fair enough. I like the fact that they have ravens circling the synchronized points, just to make it that much easier to see. These rocks are so much easier to see in the dark. Get off the rock and hit it. You can get between 1 and 3 per loot prompt. At least that's what I've got in max. I don't know if it's possible to get 4. I can actually jump up this ice. Yeah, here's the problem. All of the sync points in Norway, they don't actually have any place you can jump down to because, well, you don't have the knowledge of how to do the assassin leap yet. So you actually have to climb back down. Is there a quick way to fast travel? No. Would it be quicker to... It'd be quicker to just run over, scale down this mountain and then... There are a couple of really dark quests. Well, not really dark, because they make sense in the time, but Viking times were dark, so... Because there's one in Norway that I can think of, and there was one in the next area. Was that another iron? It was. Every one of these we run across I will be taking out. Oh, that one only have one loot. missed the fox as well. Oh well. Velka's hut. Anything to loot? Something to read. Offerings to Velka. 2 chickens from Snafrid to anoint her crops. 1 sheep from Thora for her child's blood blessing. 1 goat from Dag for more skin salve. Oh, Dag has a rash.
Hamuram. Hamuram.
Volka?
Hush. I need silence to hear the songs of nature. Hamuram. Hamuram.
Svala. She gives praises and she is greeted.
For your hearing I hearken, O ancient ones, great Odin, great Freya. I give you thanks for your gift of Seiður.
She gives thanks and she is blessed.
Eivor, it has been some time.
Not all there, are you?
What brings you so far to see me?
I have come for your advice on a private matter.
Come.
Is your mother well?
Her mind is a jumble. She speaks to spirits. I fear her final winter has come, but she has me.
See, I really wish they would just say year,
Let her
but
speak to your needs.
I'm pretty sure the Vikings did measure
I have had
a
a
year
vision.
by winter.
A powerful vision. It may have been my battle lust
Northern
or a
Hemisphere, and
delirium
that
caused by the cold, but
works with the
Describe it for me.
winter at the
after 17
January and that.
years, I saw my father's axe again. And when I touched it, the vision came on fast. There was a wolf, howling and fierce. And then a figure. A graybeard in a cloak. With a single eye. He bid me
So
follow him.
it was Odin.
The High One. He calls to you. Perhaps he means to speak with you. Deliver a message. Only through Seiður will you see more clearly and unravel the threads that sit tangled upon your mind. This will not take long.
What are you brewing?
An elixir to loosen your hugur and unwind your thoughts.
See, here's the thing.
You will
In
enter
Odyssey,
a
they
waking sleep
explained the gods
journey to
as
the world
the first
of
ones,
dreams. It may confuse
and
or
the
disorient
ones that
you,
created the Isu
but you
artifacts
must
and that.
take note of all
Yet
you
in
see.
this one, you actively convene with Odin.
Drink. If you seek true understanding.
I was sort of thinking that was a multi-step dialogue and I could choose all 3, but I forgot that it wasn't. Transition scene takes a long time for some reason.
I saw nothing, Volka. Felt nothing.
Can't use my Odin sense in here. That makes sense.
Harvey! Harvey. Harvey! Do I walk among the dead? Sigurd. Sigurd! Brother! When did you arrive?
so glad that they put torches out for you to follow.
What is this?
Answers that question. See, I guess this, and it does get confirmed, that these are the three Norns. There's past, present, and future. At least I'm pretty sure that's what they're meant to represent. I just don't know which one's which. I also don't know the names. Also, I do love the way in which you leave lasting footprints in the snow.
Sigurd! Brother! What is this?
There was no other way, Javi. Our fates are fixed.
Sigurd! What has happened?
Yeah, I don't know who Harvey is.
This was not for you, Javi.
Is that Ava? Is that like a term used in familiar? Or is it a different person? See, now apparently that's meant to be a wolf. That did not look like a wolf. Its snout was way too long and thin. Well, the whole thing was way too thin, proportionate-wise, to be a proper wolf. Might be Fenrir, but I don't remember him being described like that.
Steady, Eivor. It is Valka. I am here.
So he just sent me on an acid trip.
God, I thought What was that?
Tell me everything.
I was on a mountain, in a violent blizzard, climbing toward the summit, following a wolf. I saw Odin and the Nornir spinning the threads of fate. They were watching me.
Not watching. They were showing you the way forward. Your life, your path, what lies before you, and where it ends.
And the wolf was eager for my attention, as if it were beckoning me to follow.
You are the wolf-kissed, fated to carry its mark for life. In this case, it might represent your ambition, or your fear.
I saw the gates to Odin's Hall of Slain Champions. They opened for me.
Shades of Valhalla, for which you are destined.
I do not know what else to say. My memories are faint, hazy.
Did you reach the summit of this mountain?
I did, yes. Sigurd was there,
fucking lie.
wounded, in pain. His fighting arm was missing. Then the wolf reappeared, the size of a dragon, twisted and terrible. It fixed its eyes on me and struck. Then I woke.
Okay, they do make note that it wasn't. It was
The
a weird
gods
looking wolf.
favor you, Eivor. They always have. You will have your glory, and you will earn your place in Valhalla. But these portents carry a darker truth. The missing arm, the trail of blood, the beast. You will betray your brother, Sigurd. That is the meaning of your vision.
That cannot be right. I would never betray Sigurd. He's my brother, my family.
The Nornir have spoken, and this is their message.
No, this is wrong, or you misunderstand. That cannot be right.
You will betray Sigurd.
Odin fought against his fate. It can be done.
Yeah, Odin's fought against his fate, and look at the tale of Ragnarok. It always comes to fruition. So, you can't exactly fight against the Nornir. Let's get the stomp. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, do you see down in the, bottom center, that power 7? That's our, current level power, well, stat power. We reset the stats, something you can do in this game, so you can respec whenever you want. We start power 1, because we've got this center one done. Each time we spend a skill point, it levels up our power. That power corresponds with places in the world. See, suggested power 1, meaning because we start here, the minimum level you should be when you get there is 1. Form, but who doesn't have 1? We scroll up here to autofilter, and it's suggested power 280 or 290. I can't tell. Maybe it's 260 even. Whatever it is, it's a lot further down the track, and it's likely a very end game place you're meant to clear. Let's fast travel to the port. See, these are the transitional ones that I like because they give you the hints. Trying to find the useful one. Steinbjorn. No idea what that is. That's probably going to come up later though. Okay, so there are people that want me to talk to.
Toby, trading a needle for an arrow, I see.
Eivor, can you teach me the art of archery?
I'll be happy to. See how I'm standing? Plant your feet in the ground, no wider than your shoulders. Breathe in as you draw the arrow back.
Thank you, Eivor. Now, I have something for you.
See? All in the eye.
Thank you, Eivor. As a gift, I could design a new tattoo for you. Something to decorate your scar.
A kind offer. I want this scar visible.
Oh, I did not mean to offend. In any case, I do have a tattoo for you.
I want the one you have. Last time I did that, that only took me 3 arrows. It took me 4 this time. That's unfortunate. By playing this game, I've gotten worse with the bow mechanics, apparently. Let's see. Which one's Gunnar? We want to speak to Gunnar last. Gunnar. Ah, tattoo place.
Sven, have you designed any new tattoos?
A few worth looking at?
Tove says she's trying out some new tattoos.
She is, and she's getting better at it.
Let me have a look.
Go ahead.
Here we have the character customization. We can... Jormungandr goes on the left side and has a full body version. Halcyon goes on the chin and has a full body version. We've got the Raven's Shadow, which is just the eyes. Or we can have Raven's Guard, which is the eyeshadow and the raven over the ear, which is what we had. I do like that one the most. Let's see. For the torso, we've got Jormungandr, which is the world serpent circling your stomach. Halcyon, skeleton, and we've got Ymir Scream, which is what she just gave us. I don't like it though. Here we got Halcyon on the arm, which shows bones and that, and Jormungandr circling the arm. It's the exact same for the other arm. And we've got back. Skull and shoulder blades, or the serpent on your middle of your back. And we've got hair. We've got classic hair, blonde. We've got the same hair but as red. The same hair as in dark brown. The same hair in light brown. Or we've got bald for all of, well, shaved for all of the hair colors.
Good. Need anything else?
I'll be going.
See you later, Sven.
Sure.
Sure. I wonder, where was that merchant woman? I want to see if she has any tattoos to sell me.
Welcome.
There we go.
This is available
No.
for purchase.
So let's sell old trinkets.
I can use this.
Sell both of those, okay.
I can fetch this if you want.
We don't have any need for predator arrows or light arrows yet.
I have
because
those
we
if you want them. Nothing
We
more?
don't have those bows.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
I will eventually be going into and using predator bows because, well, they have the predator shot, but until then I'll just use the hunter bow. I'm not a fan of the light bows. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this as a demonstration, but something the game doesn't tell you. See, drop the torch. If you step back and angle your arrows at the torch, you can actually light them on fire. very handy when it comes to raiding in that, because sometimes using holding the torch, you can't actually throw it where you want it to.
Hey, can you point me to some good hunting grounds?
I could, but I don't want every iron foot with a bow scaring away the game. Bring me 3 deer antlers to prove your skills, and I might just have a story for you.
A worthy challenge. I'll see you soon.
Those were deer hooves that I picked up, by the way, not deer horns. But I've picked up deer hooves before. See, I've never picked up any antlers. I think it's time to show the codex. These are all the game mechanics. Like, so the tutorials, I don't really worry about them. I'll go and click all of them out of game, well, out of stream, so that it gets rid of the notification. But database regions, 1 of 11, Norway. There are 11 locations. Well, 11 main locations and a lot of little areas within those locations. People, 72 people of significance. Randvi, who's Sigurd's wife. Dag, who's a dick. Alright, I keep forgetting to actually read what this says. Norway is home to a people as beautiful and harsh as its unforgiving land and that births them. With its frozen fields, majestic mountains, and fathomless fjords are the setting for deeds desperate and heroic, made famous through sagas and songs. Not a bad start for a novel, is it? Saving this one for later. Right here then. Randvi. Randvi's love for her husband Sigurd takes the same form as most of in the Raven clan know, admiration from a distance. Given the number of times Sigurd has spent travelling during their arranged marriage, the two are still strangers in many ways. But Randvi is, at her core, a pragmatic woman who knows from her people's harsh history that there are far worse fates than a utilitarian marriage. Couldn't read that for some reason. As the toughest and strongest of young Prince Sigurd's playmates, Dag was certain of his destiny. When the prince became king, he would be Sigurd's right hand. Then Ivar's village was razed and everything changed. When King Styrbjorn adopted Eivor, Dag knew things would never be the same with his oldest and best friend, but the fates can turn anyone's luck. Velka, the seer. Velka has always lived apart from society, but this daughter of a seer, or Volva, was never welcomed or greeted with the same sense of hope and dread that her mother evoked. At least, not until she inherited the title and the generations of lore that went with it. I probably pronounced that wrong, so... She cannot yet see as far as her mother once did, but she knows enough to understand that her thread is intimately intertwined with Ivar's. Kjotve, the Cruel. Long is the list of warriors lost to the bloody clan wars that have ravaged this area, but few will be remembered with the same fear and loathing as Kjotve the Cruel. Kjotve's rise to prominence from a relatively insignificant clan was fast and brutal. Some have said he was helped by secret, distant allies, but those voices were quickly silenced. Yeah, they were killed because they knew too much. I'm not going to comment what just popped into my head anyway. He privately wondered whether his son, Gorm, will prove too weak to take this area himself, and so is determined to beat the land into submission before his final day. Odin, the Hanged God, Shield Shaker, Greybeard, and Wanderer are just a few of the many, many names of Odin, the All-Father. Having effectively created the 9 realms out of the carcass of a dead giant, didn't know that, Odin feels he should be exempt from any binding fate, particularly one that ends in the jaws of a monstrous wolf. His thirst for power through knowledge is unquenchable. Struggling to read this one. He sacrificed an eye for insight and hung himself on the tree Yggdrasil, in the father of all near-death experiences. When not acting in his role as chief among the Norse gods, he wanders the mortal realm, Midgard, often in the form of a bearded old man wearing a long cloak, a wide hat, and carrying a staff. Classic Odin. Factions, we've got bandits. Bandit groups thrived in the 9th century and were found all across the 7 kingdoms. They were mostly made up of the impoverished, the disenfranchised, and the plain scoundrels who sought to make a living off violence and intimidation. Vikings. The Old Norse, a Vikinger, was a Norse man or woman who went raiding for gain and glory, both for themselves and their clan. To go a Viking was one of the most exhilarating feats of bravery anyone could imagine. Over time, the word Viking became a general term to describe the hordes of Norsemen who raided and settled various parts of Europe between the 8th and 11th century. Somewhat less barbaric than the initial descriptions, Vikings were in fact part of a larger and more complex social structure, as likely to trade with another culture instead of killing them. Enemies, we've got archers. While a single arrow does not inflict a great deal of damage, archers can turn the tide of battle if left unhindered. When trained in melee combat, archers maintain distance from their targets, often using height to rain down arrows mercilessly. Hints and weaknesses. Be aware of archers on high ground. Take out archers before other foes, and fight in close combat. The militia. Militia fight dirty. They throw mud and dirt to blind opponents, and hammer away with makeshift clubs and crude sea axes. They gang up against the strongest opponents first, and are perfectly happy to take cheap shots when their enemies are incapacitated. I don't think the way I pronounced this word, I don't think that was correct. Hints and weaknesses: stay aggressive, mash your way out when grabbed, stay on your toes if the sand hits you. Pocket sand. Vikinger. Solid fighters able to smash through shields with their bearded axes. However, their indisciplined nature results in a shocking lack of organized tactics. Hints and weaknesses: stay aggressive and beware of his shield. Okay, so that's all the codex, important codex pages we have. Now let's go talk to Gunnar.
Eivor Wolf-Kissed, welcome back.
Gunnar, I have
Miss
something
Gunnar.
here you might like to see.
Thunderclap of Thor! Is that your father's axe? I have not seen this beauty since, well, for some time. I forged this weapon long ago. Still looks good. One of my finest, I think.
It has a blunted blade, but it swings well. Can you sharpen it?
I can give it a better edge and reinforce the handle. And as luck will have it, I have one ingot left for the job.
Are you sure?
The fates have willed it so. But in future, bring your own metal ingots. I cannot forge them from empty air.
That's what the yeah. These carbon ingots are for. They are used to take a rank 1 axe, so a fine axe, to a superior axe. You then use the nickel to take the superior up to the next tier, and then the tungsten to take that tier up to the final tier. I've never found any nickel or tungsten, so I've never had more than superior. It does, however, add a rune slot, and change the look of it slightly.
That should do it. Anything else?
Yeah. Let me see what you offer. I can't sell these. I wanna up my... It costs 3 to up my bow. Yet 1 to up each piece of my armor, okay.
Do you need anything else?
Let's see how he's doing.
And how are you, Gunnar? Holding up?
Yeah, work is good and my spirits are strong, but my nights are newly cold. My lady left me, if you have not heard.
I had. Sorry to hear it. You were together how long?
5 weeks it was. 5 beautiful, passionate weeks. But all that is done. Will I never find my Brunhilde?
Valkyries do not walk the world as they once did, Gunnar. Maybe set your sights a bit lower.
Lower? My friend, look at my wares, my weapons. I'm not a man to settle for less than the finest of anything.
Fair enough.
That is all for now.
Return any time.
I think we'd all like a badass queen of the Valkyries, so I can understand him being enamored in finding a Brunhilde for himself.
They must be finished now.
The king has called for his best mead, so the talks are concluded. It should be safe to enter.
I'm ready to face the thunder. I'll
I should have
speak with
brought
the
my
king
meat
now.
in here for this.
Excellent, King Styrbjorn. I will take this proposal to my nephew. I believe he will see the wisdom in it.
Good. It is all I can hope for. May the... May the winds favor your voyage, Guthormer. Eivor, come forward and explain in plain words why you have willfully disobeyed my commands. Do you mock me?
I do not mock you, King. I mean to embolden
Little
you
bit.
against your enemies and your own poor judgment.
You know nothing of my judgment. You know nothing of my plans and strategies.
Sigurd would agree with me.
Oh, excuse
My
me.
son might agree with you, but he would obey me. He knows his place.
Not as well as he knows his father.
Imagine you are harassed by an enemy with warriors that vastly outnumber your own. What profit does open war bring? Would it not be better to work quietly through diplomacy, gaining alliances? Waiting until the day our numbers outweigh our enemies and our victory is guaranteed.
Do we have no allies?
Do we have any allies to speak of? Or is that your excuse to do nothing?
Your confidence blinds you to so much in plain sight, Eivor. Day and night I toil to forge ties with clans to the north. Very soon you will see the fruits of my efforts. Only then will you understand.
Is that all?
I'm at a loss with you, Eivor. When I took you in as my own, never did I imagine such disrespect from the child of Varin. Your father was a fine man. Just and loyal to me, he died bravely so that we might live.
He died a coward, Lord. A fate I will not mirror.
Why do you carry such a
I'm not
useless burden?
Well,
Let
what I
it go.
can understand is he did
Think
die a
only of the
coward.
days to come, of your future and the victories at hand.
My honor has been stained. Until it's wiped clean, I want nothing else.
I refuse to pick at that wound again. But if there is something that can chase these shadows from your thoughts...
Sigurd has come! Down at the docks, his ship is here!
Yay. My bonus content is on. Cool. Is there anything to loot in here? Can't go into that room. Alright, it's gonna be cycling through Way of the Berserker and Ingots.
Come here, kom nu!
Alle Valhalla ta mer satt. Bra rum.
Yeah, that one actually said we're open a beowulf.
Hey, careful with that one. Avon!
Sigurd!
Ah, look at you, blood-soaked drinker. What have you been worrying without me?
Ah, and you, soul-cured Vikinger. I smell the stink of a dozen kingdoms in your beard.
It's just the start. Randvi, my dear wife, your husband returns, bringing gifts and riches to share.
And new friends, I see.
Yes, Basim and Hytham. We met in Miklagard, and they showed me her buried secrets.
We are grateful to Sigurd for his invitation, and eager to pay tribute to your king.
My brother is always very careful with the company he keeps, if you're standing safely beside him. He must like you.
Ah, Eivor. Save the introductions until our bellies are full. I will see my father. Tell him of my time away.
I mean, even if those two weren't wearing assassin uniforms,
This morning we
the
traded
fact
with
that
the ship passing
their
south.
hand is like that
They told us Eivor the Wolf-Kissed was captured
gives
by
away
Kjotve's
that
men.
they're
They must have
assassins.
cut the tail short. I killed my captors and recovered my crew. For that, your father scolded me. You know where I stand, brother. Nothing short of war will dislodge Kjotve from our lands. But he disagrees.
I know. I know. Father thinks too much and acts too little. Today that changes. I promise you. By the winter's end, the name Kjotve the Cruel will be a curse on the lips of a drunken fool.
Here's the thing I like about this. The difficulty in this game
welcome
doesn't
home.
just increase the
Father.
hit points of the enemies, making them bullet sponges. It actually
Tonight we
increases their
feast
attack
and celebrate your return, Sigurd. The tables are laid with barley and lamb, bread
Attack and
and
perception.
mead.
And no more, I beg you. I want nothing you would not serve a thrall. Let me be the one to honor you. I bring gifts and tales from faraway lands. After 2 winters away, I am full up with both.
Very well, very well. Come inside.
And when we are fat and satisfied, Father, we will talk of Kjotve and his clan, and how we may end their terror, once and for all. He has dogged us too long, shamed us for too many seasons. I know this. Eivor knows this. It ends now.
Yes, of course, when the time is right.
Through Rusland we barreled down the Volga River, raiding as we went. Shadowy tribes hurling spears at our ship. At Miklagard, we saw men bedecked in riches as vibrant as the Bifrost itself. And these we took for our troubles, of course. We sailed to Rome, then Africa, past oceans of sand, warriors of all colors, and beauty the eyes must weep to behold. And now I have returned, with riches and glory to share with my family, my friends, my eyes-forged Strengir. So take what you desire from my horn, for this is only a taste of things to come. Tomorrow, the Raven clan starts anew.
Skull, Sigurd.
Skull! And you, Eivor, come. I have something special for you.
Let's speak to Randy.
Randy,
Eivor, have you paid a visit to Valka?
I did.
And?
It is not something I can speak on, or wish to.
I understand.
Your bed will be warm tonight
Why
with
do
your
you
husband
always look like
returned.
you wanna
That must
fight
be a
me?
good feeling.
It is a different feeling. Warmer, but with less space to stretch my arms and legs.
Are you not happy to see your husband return?
Of course. But it has been so long he seems a stranger to me. 3 winters we are married, and he has been away for 2.
Can you not rekindle the flame that once burned hot?
When he crawls into bed to warm me, as you say, it will be with farts and honeyed breath.
Ah, we should all be so lucky. Hytham, is it?
Yes? And you are Eivor?
I am. I hope this ruckus does not overwhelm you. We tend to drink and talk at equal speed.
Not at all. The wood smoke from your fire pit does sting the eyes. But the warmth is welcome.
Of course. It must be rather warm where you live.
Where I live changes from week to week. But always I am with my mentor, Basim.
Your mentor? For what cause?
A noble one. A cause as true as the world is old. But let us leave it at that for now.
I understand.
I think he
But
might
if you
be
hope to
meant
stay
have a piece
tight-lipped
of
for the
bread or
rest of the
something.
night, keep clear of techless meat.
Ah, thank you for the warning. It will not be a problem.
You're Basim,
You have a good memory.
and you have no mead. Can I fix that?
Sigurd spoke often of you on our journey. Called you his right arm, a celebrated warrior. I am honored to meet you.
Likewise, Basim. And how did you come to meet my brother?
He sat down in Constantinople some months ago to rest and resupply, he told me. But I knew otherwise. Men with eyes that gleam like his are always up to something more. I think he wished to raid the Hagia Sophia.
That sounds right.
I will not bore you with the details of our meeting, but I liked your brother from the first. I saw something in him that captivated me, as if a forgotten memory of an old friendship had suddenly resurfaced.
He has that effect on people. Enjoy your evening, Basim.
So, I know this is meant to be reliving the memories of the person, but those memories can change depending on the actions we take to it, and those were apparently always the memories. So if I were to jump up on this, then Ava would have always jumped up on that. But what if 2 people were using different animuses to say one be Ava, one be Sigurd? Would that affect anything?
I thought long and hard on a gift.
Could be a way to add multiplayer into the game.
You have snared my curiosity, brother. What is it?
Not yet. Drinks first. To my first night in Fornburg in over 2 winters. It must end with me soaked and wall-eyed, shouting at the shadows of trolls.
And you want me to sail with you on these honey waves?
Yes. You are stuck with me, Drengur. Now drink. Ah, you would put Thor to shame.
Forgive me. On your first day back, I should have let you win.
Gods, you should have let me start.
I didn't actually
good to
mean
have
to
you back,
start
Sigurd.
drinking at the same time they did.
Yes.
Or stop at the same time
I've
Sigurd
missed
did.
this
but-
terribly. When I first met Basim, I regaled him with tales of our homeland. And it was then I felt a heart longing to return at once. Come. This brings us to your gift. These excellent men were my shepherds through much of their homeland, the Abbasid Caliphate. They are a clan, not joined by blood, but by a common idea. A brotherhood of shadows executing their own form of justice. In my time with them, they shared many of their most hidden secrets, for which I am grateful. And now, I gift one of these secrets to you. A weapon for the finest warrior I know.
Why do I get a gold one? I mean, it is a thing of beauty. And it does look harmless in its current state, but yeah, Hytham looks offended.
Hytham is not amused, it seems. Am I not worthy of this gift?
It is not about worth, Eivor. It is a matter of devotion to our creed and training.
Please.
Mentor, I must protest. This is deeply unorthodox. Our wrist blade is a sacred
Do
tool.
not make a fetish out of cold metal, Hytham. What matters is the mind of the
that's
one
fair.
who wields it. Please, try it on. The blade should ride on the underside of your arm, to conceal it from your target.
I have no wish to hide this. And I would rather not make the same mistake you two have. I like it.
This is no mistake. This is a voluntary sacrifice to prove our devotion to...
A good start, Eivor. But you must learn how to use it effectively.
Outside. This is not something for all eyes.
To be fair, I feel it would be more awkward to attack with it on the back of the arm than with it on the front, because you can easily slash like that, but slashing in a way to cut with the back of your arm is a lot less fluid,
This clan of yours,
I guess.
it has a name.
Indeed. But among the tenets of our creed is a vow to never reveal too much to outsiders. In time, you may learn more. Not here, where the walls and trees may have ears.
I look forward to it.
Here, let me lead you through our most basic techniques. Wielded with skill and care, our blade delivers a singular killing blow. As you near your target, find your window to strike. Timing is essential.
Oh, I have to kill this one.
Nicely done.
I have not seen a blade so sharp.
Some targets are trickier than others. Keep that in mind before you strike.
A decent attempt.
We don't have any way to
Take that
increase
one
the
down from the
damage
ledge.
that our assassinations do get. That comes considerably later in the game. I didn't mean to do that. There.
That's it.
That's a dick jab. That was straight dick. No
How
no
about a
stomach
challenge?
about it.
Leap down upon that target from above.
Okay, so leave me to up here. Okay. And
Exactly, just like that. Use your surroundings when possible. Strike from that haystack, for instance.
How long did it take them
A
to set
perfect
this
strike.
up?
Mentor, does Eivor intend to join us?
Not.
Then why offer her the blade? Surely we have more.
Yeah.
Hush. You wield the blade well. Let us leave Eivor to enjoy her gift in peace. Come.
Eivor, let us walk to the docks and take in the night air. What do you make of my new friends?
They seem generous and menacing in equal measure.
I know what you mean. And they have
That's
learning
fair.
too. They wield numbers and writing as if it were magic. Basim has shown me so much about the world, all of which I will share with you when the time is right. Oh, I miss the smell of this land.
Have you returned for good? Or do you mean to join this Shadow Brotherhood?
Leave all that aside, Eivor. Tonight we are family again. The here and now is what matters. Our kinship, our clan, our glory.
I've missed you, brother. Your clear head and your courage. We have not had enough of both in recent months.
You flatter me, Wolf-Kissed. Keep it up.
From here to Valhalla, I will always be at your side, Sigurd. Always.
This fjord has grown too small to contain me, or I too large. There is so much more beyond these stony fangs that rise around us. England, Ireland, Francia, all greener pastures, ripe for the plucking. Tomorrow, we make new war on Kjotve, and reclaim the lands he took from us. And from there, we build a kingdom for us.
I'm with you. Only say the word.
Good. Get some rest, and return here at first light.
Okay, so we're going to storm Kjotve's fortress. There we go.
The Nornir have spoken. You will betray Sigurd.
No, this is wrong. That cannot be right. Odin fought against his fate. It can be done.
You will betray Sigurd.
I don't think I'd feel comfortable wearing one of those while I slept.
Shit. Kjotve's warriors.
Okay, level up. Inventory. What do I have in here? Ooh, I have a rune. Let's upgrade this. It took most of my iron, but now it does more damage. And runes. Runes are weapon augments. See, this one does 2.4 attack. So we just put it in this slot that gets more slots get open the more you upgrade the weapon or armor at the blacksmith, because I meant to say weapon and armor augments. Let's go down into stealth now. Ooh, we've now got a bonus for our armor. That's good.
This one would not have come alone. I should find the others. What see you, old friend?
See, that's another thing. The Raven, it only circles the general area. It doesn't hone in and... So this direction, I think. Yeah. it doesn't hone in on the area that you need to be in. No stuff now.
Bad feeling, just the three of us. We should return to Notfall with our report, while we can.
We can bring Kjotve news of the long... Or we can wake him with Sigurd Styrbjörnsson's head. Which is better?
All right. When Jot returns, we weigh our next move. But I am not one for sticking around, hear me?
Quit bawling, you babe. They may be drunk, but they're not dead.
Someone's pulled the wolf's tail.
Base instructions. Tell me what you see and how many ships, warriors, and supplies. Also note visits from Jarls and other important people. Learn what you can and report back to me directly.
Sigurd must know about this.
So, I reckon we're going to talk to Sigurd, and that'll be the end of this stream. Because the next thing after talking to Sigurd is a massive battle, so that'll be a great way to start the next stream.
Kjotve grows stronger.
I speak as your king, Sigurd, not your father. We do not have the men to storm Kjotve's fortress. The losses would ruin us.
The losses have ruined us, father. Until we cut off this serpent's head, it will poison us day by day, drop by drop.
The poison has already polluted our waters.
God save her. What happened?
I like how they make it seem like I actually got hit.
3 men sent by Kjotve to kill us as we slept. I returned the favor.
There, you see? This is what waiting brings. We must answer this insult.
They came from Notfall, that whaling village under Kjotve's control.
We hid him there. Burn it down before Kjotve learns his spies are dead.
He may have sent more. I can search the village while you round up the crew.
No need. I will send Hytham to search the area. You can rely on him while we are away.
We? Do you mean to join us?
I have not been bred for Valhalla like you, but this will be far from my first battle.
I do not like this, but I will not stop you. Do not lead my son into the same storm that follows you.
Okay, so that's going to be the end of the stream today. We're really close to leveling up again, but I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, so that's 3 PM my time, and we'll continue where we left off. So if you liked the video, consider following me on Twitch or subscribing to my YouTube, where you can catch up on all my other gaming videos. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.